are getting into this here. We are saying two sentences at once doesn't really work too well. Greetings everybody, welcome to another live stream where today we are going ahead and floating through space. On our way down to the asteroid, we have our oxygen setup is invalid. We have to go try to scout out to find some lava in a lava asteroid, so we are going to be exploring, and that's the idea. Welcome to another episode of a Thinking Pack 2 live stream that if you're watching on YouTube, then obviously it's like recorded already, but in any case, we are, whoa, we're getting some serious frame rate lag, okay. I think we need to toggle out of full screen, fix this lag a little bit, but in any case, welcome to another live stream where today we are going to go exploring. In between live streams, I actually managed to have some time. Okay, so we'll let the frame rate stabilize. It'll get better as we're going. I actually had some time this week to make a whole bunch of cobblestone. G1 Games, hello, welcome to you, welcome to the day, welcome to the stream, and I'm just noticing there's another window covering the chat, so let me just go ahead and fix that. There we go. Okay, back into the game. G1 Games says, I'm sorry I didn't get the notification that you were live. I just went live just now, so the reason you don't have the notification yet is because it takes like 5 to 10 minutes to come out on Discord. I don't know why, but it does. But in any case, today we have a whole bunch of cobblestone ready to start with. To get us started off, we are going ahead and trying to explore. Now, you may have seen in the previous episode, let's see if we can take this stuff to the top, to that place where we were. We don't want to take too much of it at once because we don't want to lose it. But let's go ahead and get up to the top of the world. Up there is where we were up there, and we were trying to get to a particular place. We are going to, I'm going to show you guys, for those of you guys who are maybe just tuning in or whatever, what we saw. That's what we want to head to, and we are not in, yeah, we're in peaceful mode. Okay, good. What we're trying to head to, we're trying to explore, trying to find a lava asteroid. We need to use this cobblestone stuff. We need to get it up to the top asteroid without losing it due to dying and losing items. Okay, taking damage. Can't even get up this thing here because we just keep taking too much. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take a little bit of a little bit of time to get here, and hopefully get there in time that we don't lose all the cobblestone, because that took a while to make. What we're trying to do is make an automatic cobblestone generator, and in order to make that we need lava, and the only way we can get lava in the first place is from finding it. Let's put one stack of cobble in there in case we lose everything. We don't want to lose. Actually, that's really far away. There's no way we can get there with the remaining amount of health that we have. So let's put that in the chest there. Once we go and crank this thing up to 32 chunks, then we'll be able to see where we're trying to go. And you guys will be able to see what's going on and why we need so incredibly much cobblestone. Well, and speaking of which, we need a crafting table as well at our base in the sky. Well, platform in the sky, more like. G1 Games says, I was using your mod pack, but I also used the Dalek mod. It's a Doctor Who mod. I don't know if you know it. Never heard of it before. It sounds interesting, though. Sounds interesting. And there's the TARDIS, which makes traveling between asteroids easier. Oh, neat. Like, what is that thing? I've never actually watched Doctor Who, so I don't know what the... oh, I think... No, that was the one... which, like, one of the official accounts was live streaming it at one point, and I caught a couple of episodes. That was about it. So I don't really have... I've heard that, like, name thrown around, TARDIS, but I don't remember what it was. So, Lips I need to say is still on a quest to bootstrap the Crucible. I'm not sure what bootstrap means, but we are trying to get the Crucible working. Okay, here we are. We've respawned in our sky base. We are pretty much at the build height, as you can see, 256Y. Nope, 253Y. Over, I think it was there somewhere, when we crank our render distance up to 32, then we can see another base thing like the one that we have over there. So that's where we're trying to get to. We need a lot of cobblestone in between live streams. And why are we getting such low frame rate? Oh, of course! Hang on, because the Twitch preview is still running. Hang on, pause that. That always takes an extra, like, lot of the CPU. So, okay, that should help a lot. Now we should have a lot better frame rate. Okay, let's jump and hope that we land on the asteroid. So, that is what we're trying to do. I got a whole bunch, like 6.5 stacks-ish of cobblestone, and we'll double that into slabs, so about 12 stacks of slabs. Hopefully that's enough to get us to our destination. So we will see. And then, of course, once we get to the destination, then it probably won't have lava because it's another base thing like that base. Okay, so we're getting a little bit better frame rate. It's slowly speeding up. Mod packs like this are always incredibly difficult for frame rate to handle. But in any case, what we have here, we will need to bring a crafting table as well. Okay, so let's bring those 2 stacks as well. Let's get them part of the way up. Let's bring 3 stacks. Okay, let's make it a little more risky. There we go. Okay, so we'll start by bridging over to that other base thing like that, because they have chests and things that have possibly random stuff in them, and we could use it as an extra base, perhaps. But I'm guessing it won't have lava, but then we'll have a really nice long bridge, and when we have a nice long bridge, then we can use our nice long bridge to try to basically... hello, trying to jump up here, please! We can use our nice long bridge to branch off of to get to ice asteroids and check them all for if they happen to have any form of lava in them. And there's only one form of... well, I suppose if you count a bucket as a different form of lava, then you could say there's multiple forms of lava. G1 Games says... oh, hang on, let's go ahead and put this in here. Okay, let's head back down and grab the rest of them. Let's stage these things up, one stage at a time. G1 Games says a TARDIS is a bigger on the inside box, which... let's land on the bridge properly without falling off. Which can travel to different worlds, and you can use it to fly around. Nice, that actually sounds really helpful. Really helpful indeed for a thing like a Minecraft challenge of the Asteroid Challenge in Galacticraft in peaceful mode. That sounds very neat. Very neat indeed. Let's just get this up. This requires a little bit of concentration to get it up before we die, because we don't want to lose. This took a while to get. We don't want to lose, especially because I was using a stone pickaxe, because our dash one is about to break, and we don't want to waste extra dash, because that's very expensive. We don't have any way of getting it anymore. So stone we have infinitely, so it took a while with a stone pickaxe to get this many stacks of cobblestone. So let's wait until we die, and then let's go ahead and head up farther. Lips I need to say is... sorry, okay. Lips I need to say is bootstrapping is a computing term. You might have heard of a bootloader. It refers to the issue of needing programs to be able to read programs off the disk to execute the programs in memory. Sounds complicated, but I think I know what you're saying. Representative says bootloaders are simple programs which have the single job of loading more complex programs. Usually these complex programs are your operating system. Oh, so that's like the thing that I was trying to set up that I, a while ago, a test with. Whoops! Okay, I think... You know what always happens is after we respawn, there's always a lot of frame rate lag. So let's see if we can recover this and actually land where we're supposed to. Because it walked right backwards off the platform. That was not very much ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, here we go. Nice. Nice. I think I'm going to need to check the settings, make sure I didn't mess anything up here. Okay, let's bring it down to 6. We usually run it at 6. So that should help a lot with the frame rate. And I don't see anything else to be changed. First step 1, get the cobblestone up to the sky platform. Well, I suppose we're technically in the sky right now. Well, actually, we're technically never in the sky in this because we're just in space. But in any case, we're trying to get the cobblestone up to the sky platform as the first step. And then the second step is to use it to bridge. So, that is the idea. 4 stacks. We don't want to waste. We don't want to lose 4 stacks. Let's see how long it takes us to get up, and see if we can get there with 2 stacks. Oh, by the way, Loops by Andy, I was going today. I've been going and like changing all of my profiles on all the different things like Twitter and Instagram and all those things to like, because I don't know if you saw the announcement about the peculiarly clean language thing that we're doing now. So if you didn't see that, then check that video out. But I'm going ahead and changing all the descriptions and things, and going through all the sites that I didn't realize that I was on, and or like haven't been on in quite a while. And turns out I actually have a GitHub account. So I'm guessing you have GitHub as well, because you do a lot with programming. So I was using that at one point to follow different things. Okay, let's put these here in this chest, and then let's stage it up to the top there. But yeah, so I don't know if you want the link to the GitHub or anything. I could go ahead and get that to you. I'm kind of curious what you're... I don't think I'm following you on GitHub. I don't remember. I think I'm following like somebody, like one of the programmers. Haven't used it in quite a while, but just like brought it back up today and then went and was updating all the info and changing usernames and things. So what is... I'm guessing you have a GitHub. What is your GitHub link? I can go ahead and like... follow you or something, however that works. I think you do following on GitHub, right? I think that's... it's been quite a while since properly using it. We have half of our health. Do you guys think we can make it up there? Let's bring 1 stack so that we don't lose too many. Can we make it up there with 4 hearts of health left? We really need to get this particular staircase fixed. This one is quite awkward to get up, because you often have to do jumping again because you're like 1 block too short and all that. Okay, we're down to 3.5 hearts. So, oh, okay, we're down to 3. It goes up and down, and then it can be like, it can have 2 hearts left, go down to half a heart, then go up to 2.5, and then go down to half a heart and up to 2, and down to half and up to 2, and just do that back and forth for a while, and then suddenly die. Like, it's got that kind of unpredictability to it, which makes it very, very interesting indeed. There we go. We made it with an extra stack of cobblestone with about 1.5 hearts to spare, which is nice. Can we make it? Okay, let's just go ahead and jump into the void here and see what we can see on the way down, which we probably won't be able to see anything. Livestream says, I don't see you are one of my followers on GitHub. Don't see as one. Yeah, I think I was following like 2 people. I don't remember who they are, but I don't think you were one of them. So I don't know what your GitHub profile is. I can go ahead and follow you on there. And wait, which direction? I think we're jumping off the wrong way. Wait, what's going on? What are we doing? We oh, because we turned down our render distance. Okay. We're going to be jumping blind here. We have a render distance too low. I believe that our asteroid is over there. So we're going to be jumping blind and seeing if that is the right location. Here we go. And let's see. Nothing so far. Nothing. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay, there's a bridge showing up right there. Nice. Okay. We don't have enough momentum to make it the whole way, but we made it part of the way, which is nice. Nice indeed. Alright, and head down here, and there we go. Okay, so we made it. We only lost about 1.5 hearts of damage. I think we can do the whole thing in one trip. Let's do 3.5 stacks of cobblestone. If we lose all this, then that's a lot of time lost. But let's go ahead and see if we can make it in one shot without dying. Actually, we only have one shot to make it in, so if we don't make it, then we won't be making it in 2, because we'll be losing all the cobble. So here we go. Okay, the difficulty is you keep taking damage, and the damage goes ahead and knocks you down farther, which is a problem. Lipson says, now I'm wondering if open blocks What I have to watch where the end of this bridge is. That's kind of important. Okay, there we go. Okay, over here. Yes, we made it. Okay, Lieutenant says, now I'm wondering if open blocks, gliders, and the elytras work in space. Oh, haven't heard of open blocks gliders before. What's the mod link? I'll have to go check that out. I'll have to go check out open blocks gliders. Elytras, yeah, do elytras work in space? Theoretically, they shouldn't, because of, they require air, right? But sometimes compatibility and things, they might in fact work, and this is gonna be a challenge. This block is slightly too high. Okay, let's grab our pickaxe and fix that. We're trying to make this staircase better, get a crafting table and a chest set up at the top of there, and then when we get them both set up at the top of there, then we'll be able to go ahead and basically transport all of our cobble up to here. And, oh, we made it that time, but let's go ahead and set this. Let's bring this down one. There we go. And, okay, so what we need to do, we can't jump high enough, so let's put that down there and break this. There we go. Okay, where are we at? Okay, we got that piece. Nice, we don't want to waste pieces. Let's break this, because this is going to be in the way. There we go. Okay, we have 2 pieces, because these things can be turned into cobblestone, which we might need a whole lot more of if we're trying to get to faraway places. So we don't want to lose these blocks. So, okay. That staircase is now easier, and we took some damage. Or are we hitting our head? Oh, we're hitting our head. Okay. Okay. Let's... Oh, our pickaxe has broken. Well then, that would just about settle that matter. So, here we go. Oh, okay. Well then, I guess we lost the 2 blocks. It was only 2 blocks, so that's not much of an issue. So, here we are. We are up where we want to be. We need to get our cobblestone transported here, and then I believe it was over that way was an island, so we're going to crank up the render distance pretty soon. But in the meantime, okay. So that would be our chest, general vicinity. Where is it? It's got to be there somewhere. Oh, it's there. Okay, there would be the chest. Now, I think we can make it, so we need to make a chest and a crafting table, bring those things up here, and place them up here. That's the idea. So let's head back to the base. I also did a little bit of farming of trees in between episodes, just like 1, maybe 2 cycles of planting and replanting the farm. Let's not land on that bridge, and let's see if we can make it all the way to our base in one shot. There is a distinct advantage to having a platform at the height of the world. That's really, really nice. Really nice indeed. Okay, we can make it in one shot. Landed almost perfectly in the middle of the thing. Not quite, but we can work on improving that later. Okay, here we are. So, got some wood, a little bit of wood, not a lot. Let's turn that into chest and a crafting table. Here we are, crafting table, there we go. Put that in there, and there we go. And turn this into a crafting table, and turn this into a chest. Nice. Okay. Now, can we make it up with these things? Or do we have to waste more wood? How many did we have? Like 10 wood logs left, or 8 or something? So hopefully we can make it there in time. We're going to try to do the whole route in one shot. That's the idea. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Up here. Let's take a. I was gonna say take a stack of cobble, but I think we already did that, didn't we? Actually, we've made some pretty good progress so far. We've gotten our cobble, the 9-ish. No, not 9. 6.5 stacks of cobble from inside that mining asteroid through to here. I think we took it all out of here. Yes, we did. So we took it all the way to our almost sky base. So that's some pretty good progress, a 2-stage system and all of that. Well, we're taking damage, because our oxygen setup is invalid. You guys can see it keeps resetting my jump if it takes damage at just the wrong time. It just resets the jump. So, here we are on our way. Okay, we've made it. Oh, actually, we've just about made it the whole way. Can we make it up the final stage, though, in one shot? That's the question, or will we lose everything? That's a problem. Here we go, over here, and see, and okay. We have 3 hearts left. I don't think we'll be able to make it, so let's go ahead and put those in there. And then, let's just check if, I don't know, let's just start climbing, just to see if this staircase works a little easier. Well, we have the hearts to do so. We're down to 2. We're down to, okay, that could do with being shortened a little bit. Yeah, that could be shortened a lot. But the rest of them seem to be okay. So that's nice. That's very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. And as you can see, how long are we going to take to get up here? I don't think it's probably a good idea. I think it's a good idea that we left the chest and the crafting table back at home, because we appear to be losing some serious health right here. And I think, let's see. Okay, so we made it up with, see? There we go. Just ran out just at the wrong time. So, let's head down. Now that we have a full set of health, we're going to head down, grab our stuff from the chest there, and bring it up. And once we get it up, that'll be easier because we respawn up at the top all the time. So that'll be pretty easy to, whoa, hello, we fell right in our mining hole. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix that. Once we get everything to the top, it's going to be a lot easier. Let's bring, I think we can bring the half of it. Let's bring half of it. Not the whole thing. Just in case things go horribly wrong, but I think we'll make it in plenty of time. So, okay. Okay, this is half the struggle, is just getting our materials to the top. Actually, the other half of the struggle is trying to speed bridge while we have a lot of damage being taken. And a low frame rate from being on the 32 chunk render distance. So, those two things don't go together very well. I don't know if you guys have ever tried playing Bed Wars or something with lag, like turn up your render distance. Actually, it runs fairly smoothly on the on Hypixel. I think, is my render distance, I think it's like 24 or something usually. I don't know, I might have turned that down a bit, but it's it runs pretty nicely on Hypixel. Okay, we made it up with only about 1.5 hearts lost, so that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Put the crafting table there, chest, and we can fill it with the everything. Okay, we got half of our materials up here. We've got the rest of them down here, and then we're good to go. This staging system actually seems to work pretty well, but of course, once we get oxygen, it'll be a lot easier. So, oh, lag! Okay, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, there we go. If we could do something about the NEI mod, that would be probably speed it up somewhat. Not sure how to disable JEI is what I'd like to disable. Lipson says, do you know which hardware component causes the bad FPS when you up the chunk radius? The RAM seems to be the biggest thing. I think, I'm just trying to remember. GPU I don't think changes much. I haven't checked that one specifically, though. CPU makes a pretty big difference, but I think it's still within the range of manageable. We'll have to check that. But at the moment, okay, at the moment, it's running at 6.2. What are we going? We're going to here. 6.2 gigabytes of RAM out of 7.9 total. So, and I believe that is, let's switch windows here. It's using a fair amount of swap right now. Committed RAM is 11.1 gigs out of like 8 gigs of like actual RAM to be used. That's kind of a thing. The RAM seems to be... Actually, the RAM is a pretty big bottleneck, or small bottleneck, I guess, is what you'd say. But it's because in between last week and this week for streams, Lieutenant says, if you have the option to move the world to a server instance on another machine, then you might be able to up the chunk radius. That could be possible. If I could run a server off of the Mac, that might work. I don't know. Gonna have to think about that, because I think it's still. I tried that and it was still having. No, we tried that when we were doing the testing setup, just waiting for the hearts to go down, and then we're gonna. Oh, actually, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and up the render distance. There we go, 32. Nice. We did some testing while we were doing all those testing live streams. Did some testing with the server on the Mac, and it didn't make much difference, but that was a different problem. We solved that problem. So, okay. So we just have to wait for it to do all of the chunk updates, and yep, down to 0 FPS while it is changing. I think I might need to restart the game, actually, because I had the game running for several hours without OBS, and normally I don't do that, so it might have sent some of the game into swap or something. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and restart the game, just try to get a little bit more speed on this thing. Lieutenant says, you are really using that swap file then if you have 11 gigabytes of committed memory. Yeah, that's the thing, using the swap quite intensely. That was actually the issue. I don't know if you guys have noticed that just restarting the... Oh, and what? Zoom is running right now. Nope, that's not supposed to be. What else is running that's not supposed to be? I think that's everything. Okay, where's the... There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that... the old intro and outro thing would stutter. So, I don't know if you guys noticed that almost every time, not every time, but almost every time, I'd go to end the stream on Twitch and say like, goodbye, and hit the button to cue the intro outro thing, and it would like start playing and then stutter and then continue and all that, and I spent like a day or half a day trying to troubleshoot why in the world it's doing that, and it came down to the RAM, and it came down to... because it doesn't do it every time. You play it once, and it stutters, you play it again, and then it's fine. And then you quit OBS, open OBS, you play it, and it's fine. But then randomly later on, then it'll stutter if you try to play it again. And so it's like, what in the world is going on? It came down to the RAM, and it came down to... Oh, we're not prioritizing the game properly and setting affinity and all that. Okay, need to do that. Forgot to set that up. Anyways, it came down to the RAM, the swap, because what would happen is very complicated, okay? Very complicated. It basically would queue the video file. It would have to, the first time it would load it from disk, and then you try to play it again, it's playing it from the cached RAM. What would happen is I would restart the computer, load a thinking pack up, so it would basically fill the RAM up to, like on 32 chunks especially, fill the RAM up to capacity. Then you open OBS, so it's trying to deal with the swap and swapping a whole bunch of things onto disk and all that, while it's loading the intro video file at the same time, so it would stutter. But then you quit OBS, and OBS would show up in the RAM cache. So when it's in the RAM cache, then you open OBS again, and the intro wouldn't stutter because it's in the cache. So that's fine. But then if you later on, let's say you're doing something else or whatever, and it fills up the RAM again. So what I did to test is quit OBS. So then it was in the cache, and then you need to fill up several gigabytes of cache. So then I went and loaded a second Minecraft game at the same time, so that it filled up the cache, and that committed memory went from like 11.1 gigabytes or something up to 12, and then open OBS again, and then it would stutter. then you quit OBS, and then OBS is in the cache. So then you take that second Minecraft instance, open it into a world on 32 chunks, and load everything. So then it would fill up the committed RAM to around 13 gigabytes, and then open OBS again, and then it would stutter again, and then close it, and then it's in the cache. And when you open it, it would fill up the committed RAM to about 14 gigabytes. So that includes swap and the 8 gigabyte stick. That was what was happening. But even once it reached the 14 gigabyte RAM measurement there, if you quit OBS and open it again, it's still in the cache, so it still works. So that took a while to figure out what in the world is going on here. Why does this intro stutter sometimes and it doesn't stutter other times? Turns out that seems to be why. So I did some things to try to, a bunch of things to try to get it to stop stuttering. That seems to have worked. So if you guys saw the new intro on Wednesday on the live stream, then it didn't stutter, so that's good. I think it stuttered for maybe a 10th or a 20th of a second or something, but that's nice. It still has a little bit of stuttering problem. I actually added a second of black screen to the beginning of the video file so that it can get most of its the little bit of stuttering that it has left, it can get that done before the actual thing starts playing. So it seems to have helped, but that was quite complicated. So at the moment we're using 7.5 gigabytes out of 7.9 in the RAM. So that's quite a thing. Loopsani says, sounds like you need more RAM. Yep, that is very true. We need, we could do with 16 gigs right about here. That would be very, very helpful. Loopsani says, you have an SSD and an HDD. Is the paging file on the SSD and not on the HDD? SSD will improve paging performance. Okay, we're just watching the chunk updating meter there. 137 chunk updates. We have to wait until that's done to get any frame rate back. I have only an SSD. It's a 110 gigabyte SSD, and that is, it's actually really nice. It was about 35-ish or so dollars Canadian, something around there. Might have changed a little bit. The prices go up and down, but it was very nice. Works nice. It's entry level, but it's very small. I don't actually have a hard drive, a spinning disk drive in the PC, but I do have a network connected storage, which is actually the hard drive on the Mac, because it has an external drive that's 2.5 terabytes of usable space. So that's really nice. But it doesn't use, I have everything for the streams. Everything for the streams is running off of the SSD. So it doesn't actually, I just use the other one for storage. I don't use it for anything for the streams. So that's, yeah, the paging file would then be on the SSD. Lieutenant says Windows paging file is the Linux and Mac swap partition equivalent. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. The weird thing, though, is that the paging numbers, if you look in the task manager on Windows, the paging numbers are actually still very small. It says 100 megabytes paged or something, 200, but the committed memory number goes up. So that's really weird. So not sure, because I thought those two would go together. Lieutenant says, well, equals in the JavaScript sense, they are similar and do the same thing, but are different. Okay. That explains it. So, okay, so that is the place we're trying to get to. But as you can see, we have a lot of chunk updates still happening. We had 100 there for a minute. Let's turn a little bit farther. Once it loads all this in, then it's a lot better. You can see the Minecraft RAM there is getting around the 2 gigabyte mark out of 2.6. So it's kind of using a lot of RAM at the moment. Okay. Still loading, because we're going to be spinning around a lot while we try to bridge. So that's the thing. And I think that we're about to die. as well. How many deaths do we have already? That's a question. I got a bunch more while I was doing that cobblestone mining while off camera. But okay, there's always a bit of lag when we restart. But the chunks are already loaded, as you can see, so that's nice. How many deaths do we have? Statistics. Games play. Okay. Time since last death, 13 seconds. Okay. Let's see. We've got 2,000 jumps. Okay. Damage taken. 30,000 damage taken. Okay then. We're doing well. Number of deaths 103. All right, let's see if we can get oxygen before that gets to 150. Let's see. Let's see how this will work. It all depends on how long it takes to get to places. So, we are doing okay. We're doing okay for chunk loading. I think we don't have any more to load. We're getting a lot of frame rate issues. This is worse than last week, a lot worse than last week. Not sure what changed, but it's really changed. Hang on, we got a slight problem to deal with. Let's check the debug pi. Nope, that's the wrong meter. We want to go for the debug pi. Okay, the tick speed is going slowly, yes. That would be... Okay, this is way too small for you guys to see it. Textures is using 50%, and level is using 38%. So textures is using most. That's the problem we had before. This is unspecified though, so that's a problem. Livestream says face cam froze for a moment. Yeah. Oh, we forgot. Oh, hang on. Okay, face cam's gonna freeze for a moment again while we are toggling out. Okay, hang on. We need to actually do the prioritizing thing. Set Minecraft. Go to details. Set it to use certain cores. Set the affinity and set the priority. Okay, let's let it use the first 2 cores. And I think first 2 is what we had, right? So first 2 and set the priority on high. And now set OBS priority. Priority is already set, but the affinity, take it out of... Oh, I remember what we do. Okay, OBS in cores 4 through 7, and Minecraft in cores... Where's the menu here? Affinity, set it not on core 1, but set it on cores 2 through 5. That should improve things a lot. Hopefully. We will see. We will see. Okay, let's toggle back into the game. It always freezes for a moment while we're toggling in, but, okay. Oh, well, that was a good sign. Oh, we're up to 20. 20 frames per second. Nice. Okay, that's usable. 9, 7, 13, 9, 6. Okay, the prioritizing and the affinity and all that really made a difference. Made a huge difference. So that's... well, it seems to have. It's going back down. Okay. Well, that is not ideal. That is not ideal at all. Oh, 20, 24, 18, 25, 21, 7, 16, 23. Okay, yes, that made a huge, huge difference. Livestream says, I wonder what your startup processes look like. There might be stuff in the background that you don't need. How do you even check that? Like, on the Mac, I know there's, like, that menu for checking startup processes. But on the Windows, I couldn't find anything like that. Like, it just seems to be everything's independent. Oh, yes, so we need to turn this into slabs. So let's grab 3 stacks to start with. Put that in here. Get ourselves 6 stacks of slabs. There we go. Okay, 6 stacks of slabs. That's a good start. Let's put that like that. Excellent. Okay. Can we hide NEI? I don't know what the key is to do that. Listening says, which message did I read already? It's in Task Manager. Oh, that's a good question. Let's toggle out for a second. Task Manager. Startup. Okay, we have. There's a tab called Startup. It has a table of programs and approximated startup impacts. Okay, so let's sort by startup impact. Discord, iCloud Drive, I can probably turn that one off. It says high startup impact. iCloud Services, medium, might even delete iCloud Drive because using it on all the Macs and things. So probably don't need it here. Okay, we've got Logitech software to run this game controller thing over here. So that has to start. That's a medium impact. So the high impact things are Discord and iCloud Drive, so I can probably delete iCloud Drive from here. GPU settings program, audio settings manager thing, and those are all the medium impact things. And then we have a few low impact things, Java update, things like that. I think that's about... Okay, so Twitch is on the list as disabled on startup. So that is okay. Yeah, so I think iCloud Drive would probably help a lot to disable that. Lipsonate says iCloud Drive being off will prevent it from automatically syncing your files. Yeah, that's the thing, but I don't use it for syncing, really. The only thing I use it for is for... I think the only thing... I'll have to check this, but the only thing is for the iPhone in order to have a backup system. I don't actually back up the phone that way, but I use it for GarageBand to have all the projects in iCloud Drive so that it backs them up, so that if anything happens to the phone, they are backed up. Previously I was using the iTunes backup feature for that, but it doesn't appear to be backing everything up, and I can't even see what it's backing up because there's no way to edit that unless you use it to do a full restore of the phone, which is obviously not ideal for a single project. So I think that it's not necessary on the Windows machine. So that... I'm going to write that down, check if I can remove that. Now that we have our health back, let's go ahead and pause that for a moment. And then let's start bridging. Remove iCloud Drive from PC. Because it is set up on my Mac, on my user on my sister's Mac, and there's actually back there... I'm thinking of doing a tech channel video about how to live stream off of a 2007 iMac. I think it's possible, just barely. If you guys are interested in seeing that on the tech channel, back there I have a iMac 2007 model, so it's about 13-ish years old, and that is nice. You know what? Let's turn this down to 24. Just to give us a little extra boost. And then let's start bridging, and hope that we don't fall into the void. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing that, because that might be helpful for any of you guys who are trying to stream on lower speed PCs and things, or lower speed Macs or whatever. I mean, I still have to do a little bit more testing, but if it is possible on such an old machine like that, then it would be possible on any other machine that is faster, right? That's the idea. So I'm not sure which tech channel video to start with. That's the question. Okay, well, we are on our way. So far we have not fallen off. We're not going to attempt speed bridging because of the lag issues. But we're gonna go ahead and just try to make it there and see how far we get after one full stack. Because it's really, really difficult to estimate distances in space. There's just like so much distance. I think it's still loading in over there. It's hard to tell. But okay, there's just so much distance. Let's keep an eye out as well. If you guys happen to see any asteroids with open tops, there's like a little hole in the top of the asteroid that then it has lava on the inside. That's what it looked like from the image on the wiki. So if you guys happen to see any of those while we're going that I don't see, then let me know. Let me know and we will head over there. Definitely for sure. Definitely for sure, because that is kind of what we're, like, the whole point of what we're trying to do. So, oh, you know what? Are we still loading chunks or not? Yes, we are. Okay. I was going to say that thing is outside of the 24 chunk render distance, but no, it's not. It's actually a lot closer. That will be okay. That will be okay indeed. Okay, so we got that here, that there. And okay. What is in that thing? Hopefully it has lava. That would be very, very nice. Very nice right about here. And chunks loading. 300 chunk updates. Okay. That's nice. That's very nice. It looks, yeah, because the CPU right now, hang on, let me just get the GPU meter up and running. That's a completely different program, so it has to get up and running here. For some reason, it always requires an administrator password to start, what's it called? Oh yeah. Then I can give you a better answer on, is it only the RAM? Or are there other things that are causing the problem? So let's see, okay. Here we are, GPU meter. Currently using 0% of the GPU. Let's get back into the game here. 32%, 0%. And spin around. And 43% GPU, 0% again. The meter might have to be updated as well. There's an update available for it, but it should be working fine. Okay, the trouble is if we pick up a stack of stuff right now, we're going to go ahead and lose it when we die momentarily. So I think we should just hang out and wait. Chat with you guys, basically, is the idea. Need to put Twitch on the front so I can see it. Alright. There we go. So, what would you guys like to chat about while we wait for ourselves to die? That is the question. So we've got here 1 heart, 2 hearts. Yeah, the GPU meter may need to be updated because it's okay 36, but then 0. It's like keeps actually the GPU might, I don't know. It's weird. So, but the CPU is only running at about 60% right now, so I think it's just basically the RAM. So we kind of need more RAM. Is kind of what we need right about here. So we are now respawned. Okay, we're not moving. Okay, I think it's about time to bring our distance down because we know where we're going now. So let's bring this down to 12. That's double what we usually run at. Okay. Okay. The thing is, every time you reload the render distance, you have to, like, it has to reload all the chunks. But we can find out that way how far, because it's really difficult to estimate distances in space. So we can find out how far that thing is by, is it within the 12 chunk render distance? That's the question. So we will find out. We'll find out once it all loads in. Okay, here we go. So what is it? Do you happen to know what the client still has to do when, like, if you split it into a server-client thing, then what does the client still have to do? Because it does obviously still do something. And it still does take some RAM, right? Because it has to load the chunks into its local cache, I think, right? So that's the thing. So I don't know, how much RAM would it actually save? Because I suppose it would only need to load the chunks that you're actually looking at, or something. Does it only... So I guess if you have any remote chunks, like any chunk loaders or anything, then that wouldn't be loaded by the client, that would be loaded by the server. But just plain having a large render distance, I don't know. How does all that stuff work? That is the question. Okay, we've got another stack, and we are waiting for the render to load to see how close we are to that thing. We want to use up this stack before we run out, though, so let's go ahead and continue. So we'll use our render distance for scouting. I think that might be the idea. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, serious frame rate problems. That is weird. Okay, I think, you know what I think the dilemma is the need to restart the computer before starting the streams. So I had the game running, like doing cobblestone mining and things for several hours before starting the streams. And it always seems to make a difference whether we start the stream from a fresh computer restart or whether we start it from a, from not that, basically. So that could have a big difference on it. Okay, here we go. We are almost at the end of our stack. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 hearts, 2.5 hearts, 1 slab. There we go. We have made it to where? Okay, we are pretty far away. We are about 3 stacks of distance, so that's 6, 12, 18, so about 180 blocks from where we were. So that's nice. That's very nice indeed. 180 blocks is how many chunks have we traveled? That is the question. Let's do... that would be the timer, not the calculator. Okay, respawn. 180 blocks would be divided by 16, 11 chunks. So that means that we, the distance that we could see before, 32 chunks, we can now see, so we have a 12 chunk render distance plus 11 chunks of travel, so that's 24. So we can now see 24, we've moved 11, which is nice. So we will see, where is that thing we're trying to get to? That's the question. And the answer would be somewhat of a distance away. Okay. Because it's really telling if it's not in our render distance yet. I mean, obviously we need to load the chunks and things, but if it's not in our render distance yet, then that would mean it's more than 12 chunks away from where we are right now. So, whoa, 470 chunk updates. I don't think I've ever seen a number that big before. That's kind of a thing. Okay, anyways. So far we can't see it yet. But we're still loading. 22 FPS, nice. 20. Nice. 17, 20, 22. Okay, so it's possible it's that down there. There's a bit of an ice asteroid down there. It's possible that's where it is. But we're still loading in chunks. Still loading in chunks. Hopefully that's what it is, because otherwise we kind of have a problem. Because we'll have a lot of distance to travel. But... okay. Okay, I think we're done loading the chunks. So, hopefully that's what it is. Let's go check. Let's jump down there and see what it has. Is that the place? Yes. Yes! Okay, that is the second base thing. Well, the third, actually, because there's another one the other direction. But this is another base that we're trying to check out, and we're going to see what is inside this thing. Because we are here, and we are going to have some difficulty getting here and back without without dying. But we're gonna scout this time. Next time we're gonna try to get down here quicker, lower our render distance and all that. Okay, here we are. We have made it. Let's head inside. Okay, inside here we have some lighting glitches, but we do have some screens. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's nice. We don't need those though. What do we have over here? Do we have any items? We're specifically looking for lava. Anything in... Whoa! Cargo loader. Okay, poisonous potatoes, thermal cloth, rotten flesh, steel poles could be helpful, slimeling inventory bag, gas tiers, and empty canisters. Okay, some of that could be helpful. Nothing in that one, though. We have next over here... We have... Okay, we have some of these things there. And some cryogenic chambers. Nice. Okay, that's the downstairs. So we've scouted the downstairs. Let's check the upstairs. We have, in fact, we have a bunch of... You know what? It might be worth trying doing some sort of a server. It might be worth trying that to speed this up, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is, of course, like 12 chunks or so. Shears, we have a creeper head, we have, which actually means more iron, the shears. Okay, we are out of oxygen. Let's try to head back as quick as we can. Let's lower the render distance, though, so that we can actually make it back quicker. So there we go, 6 chunks. And here we go. This will load a lot quicker, we can move a lot quicker. Okay, here we go. Let's head back as quick as we can, because while we're inside, we don't need all the 12 chunks. So, okay. Okay, in the middle of space. You know what? It looks a lot more empty this way, which is nice, because that makes it look a little bit more like space with being empty. That's the thing. Okay. The emptiness of space, we are heading through on our way to a place in space. A place in space. And, okay, we missed the bridge, which was kind of intentional, but not really. Kind of realized that we may not make the jump, but hopefully we do. Okay. Oh, yes, looks like we're good to go. Okay, we're good to go. We're gonna head down there. Nice. Oh, yes, we're getting some better lighting this time, I think. So that's good. That's good. Okay. Head down here. Oh, and we landed on the top. Okay. We're trying to get in upstairs. Let's not break the glass. Let's go through the downstairs. Okay, we have a full, just about full heart bar. So we will see what happens here. Okay. Okay, we have nothing, except a piece of nether wart or something. Nether wart is what it looks like. Okay, we are upstairs. We are looking for lava. We are finding 3 crafting tables. Oh, we got some lights there. That could be helpful for the future. Some more iron. Nice. Some creeper heads. Some more iron. That's nice. And we can head over here, and we can find the brewing stands. What do we have in here? Those are all potions. We can't use those because of the challenge of no potions. So head over here now. And there is a empty room. Okay. There's no other upstairs layer. Okay, so then, you know what this means? This means that we have made it to this destination here, and we have found that there's nothing here. So, at least nothing by way of lava. So, I guess we will need to explore some more and see where exactly we need to go, and hopefully I can get this frame rate fixed for next week, but we'll see. We'll see how the timing goes on things. But, okay. So we're going to have to raise the render distance a whole lot more. We're going to have to try to see a lot of distance and try to scout. We now have a bridge, actually, that with standing at the end of that bridge that's like 180 blocks, was it? So we're going to be able to see pretty far from the end of that bridge that we weren't able to see before. Hopefully we can see a lava asteroid. No idea if we will or not. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Unfortunately, I have to end it here and come back next week if you guys want to see us try to explore some more from the end of that bridge and hopefully have a little more frame rate next week. We'll see. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. See you guys on Wednesday and next Friday.